Good morning. Again with you in an interesting edition of Not Evolution, where you will find the best notes and scientific advances about the wonderful world of the human evolution. I am Nicolas Pinzon, and these are the headlines that we will develop today in my periodistic and informatic team.
Welcome to Not Evolution, where we talk about the evolution between species. Today we're going to talk about a recent article in the newspaper named The Evolution for Full Tilt that have been famous during these days, and this article explains how humans have evolved during these times and how our health of have iterated during the recent evolution. In nowadays, or today, have been a video on YouTube that explains this article with some sweet. So I'm going to explain it how. First, we take Skittles and M&Ms. Then we use some steps. First one, which of both is the strongest? Then we choose a predator. The predator eats the softest one. Then we demonstrate how predators and how the strongest, that will be the M&M or the Skittle or Sparky. So the strongest one will survive. This one is the one that have evolved more, and the predator is the softest one that have not evolved. Back to not evolution. Now we're going to talk about the importance of evolution between humans. So, first thing to talk is that infants, between the experience of life, they improve their strength and their knowledge and also their health. So that the next generation of them make sure that their health have improved, the longevity have improved, and then the next generation have the same things but more improved. But how this can affect the world, how this can help. So the first thing is that they may use the cause of making or working hard to the next future or better days. So these can help the nature as is doing nowadays, and then doing a prosper life between the next generations. So in short terms, this can help to have a better technology impact in genetics.
Thank you very much for this invitation. I'm really happy and it's really an honor to be here in Not Evolution. So first I'm gonna talk about the benefits that have the work of science. So the process of natural selection are attached to a evolution process that have changed a lot and many times throughout the years. And these changes are related to the type of animals or populations that throughout the years it have adapting to like the habitat where they live. However, the men have involved this natural process. So for example, if a chicken is growing up and the man is injecting a type of medicine, the man is affecting the natural process of the chicken, and now it's not a natural process but it is an artificial process because the man involucrate in the natural process of the chicken and change it, for example. Also, this can change the genetics condition or ambiental conditions where the animal live. Also, the science led us to explore many ways that the scientist has been searching and investigating through the years to improve certain areas like the habitat, the production, the transport of aliments, the medicine, technology, communications. It will be by the science we will be in a stopping point. In a stopping point where it only the changes will only affect a specific canton and it will not affect a whole world. For example, also it wouldn't exist such things like technology or communications, scientific discoveries that it wouldn't be like very important. The people wouldn't know about it, so we will be just in a stopping point. For example, one of the most famous scientists that we can mention is Vogel. He has studied many characteristics and variables that have influenced in the physical changes of the man, an external process that until today's daily life it helps us to understand how we have evolutioned and how we could expect in a future. Evolution is the process in which an animal or the same human change over time their characteristics, including we can benefit from scientists' discoveries through the time. For example, technological advances led us to analyze how human is evolved, how the different types that humans have, the different habitats, are not the same that from 20,000 of years back. This led us to know and understand how the humans evolved to the time and how in the future it will evolve in the time. In the article, the author Steven Kotler highlights the idea of the director of Project of Science of the Life, Juan Enriquez, that affirmed that all the scientific advances and technological we are one or each times 2 generations from distance to it appear a new type of species that is totally new. One species that may have the proper control over his evolution and the other species. It have been very important changes that is difficult to imagine what we would expect from this new species. In my personal opinion, this is very probably taking account all the history and the evolution and the study that the scientist communities has done. The man is each time more intelligent, more quicker, and it will be more fast to develop and apport a new species.
Good morning, Not Evolutions. It's a pleasure to be here, and thanks for the invitation. As explained by Darwin, beneficial variations require hundreds of years to spread across an entire population. But the world has changed, and it appears that our technology has created ways of accelerating change, genetic engineering, and new habitats. According to the investigations made by Robert Vogel from the University of Chicago, over the past 300 years, humans have increased their average body size by 50% and average longevity by more than 100%. 300 years is a very short time for such a radical improvement. And all this is because we have gained and developed a very high degree of control over our environment we are decades away from the emergence of Homo evolutus, a human being that will take control over his own evolution. The emergence of Homo evolutus would be the result of technology applied in biology and our environment and our conditions. In the near future, we would have absolute control over the environment and our conditions. This so-called techno-physio-evolution will increase the strength, health, and longevity of future generations, and thanks to that, they will be able to work more and improve the conditions of the next generation as a whole cycle.